how we look on. Rap the bottom, cause the bottom where we come from. Me no pray for little paper, need a lump sum. Real spill, yeah, a recipe, yeah. Broke, real, little rich. All in love with her. She just wanna be in VIP with it. Don't blame me, oh,
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good rushing offense. The Steelers are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Lions team that wants to keep the running game in check. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. A few moments ago, the Steeler offensive starters, including all-pro wideout Antonio Brown, were introduced. And they've got this crowd in a frenzy as they get set to square off with the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. First carry for Le'Veon Bell. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. He'll look to throw here. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
In today's NFL, you're not just looking for height from your cornerbacks. You're looking for length in order to combat the tall, wide receivers that they have to play against each and every week. And Artie Burns has all of that. In addition, he has the ability to change direction and make plays on the football in the air. And finally, he's a willing tackler, which is really key for cornerbacks today.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
3 yards remaining here on second down. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
This one taken from the 7, able to spin free. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down following the run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On second down, it's Bell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's go!
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Lions will take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now back to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now a first down carry by Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So the offense has it first and 10.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll set up to throw. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw now on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down. Looking to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Now let's go. Detroit. Detroit.
Back to throw here. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Let's go.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Steelers trail at home at halftime. The Lions will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's roll the highlights. Line up right at the 22-yard line. Ferguson's going to push his way to the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. Now early in the second quarter, under duress and the pass is picked off. Steelers defense gets off the field with the turnover. After the pick, offense comes out now. Here's the throw is hurried and picked off. Lions take advantage and return it for a TD.
Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And a big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult, because defensively you can have a game plan and try to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, and defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop it, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
The Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
The spin, and now running right through it. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So here come the Lions now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. Probably should have had that one, but with the game he's having tonight, maybe they'll let it go.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bradley. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. This time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Shazier with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. They're going to try and throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Detroit 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. So they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now they'll run it on the toss. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going. I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football, and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Ebron caught left side. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The give is to Bell. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. He'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Gun. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still first down.
First down. He'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A screen to Bell. Gets around him. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted.